One of the headlines we're looking at back here in the UK is front page of The Guardian, and we have the actor Ruth Jones there, who stars in Gavin and Stacey, and her catchphrase, "What's Occurin?" Well, what's Occurin is that show made its debut on BBC3, and BBC3, it looks likely, will get the axe today under plans to save money at the BBC. Let's get more on that story now. We've got the news editor of Broadcast magazine, Jake Cantor, here with us. Did this surprise you, Jake?
I wouldn't say it surprised me. Tony Hall got up on stage last week at Oxford and said that the BBC would face tough decisions in terms of its future priorities, and alluded to the fact that some services might go as a result of that.
Will there be much of an outcry about this? Who cares?
I think there is already an outcry. If you look on Twitter, you've got stars like Jack Whitehall and Russell Kane, big BBC3 faces, who are already saying you must save BBC3 and keep it on air.
And the reason for that is it's regarded as the youth channel, the up-and-coming, the cutting-edge one, the one that does the comedy, takes the risks.
That's right, yeah. It's a platform for new comedians, and it's the BBC's main way of engaging with young audiences on television.
OK, Charlotte, what's the reaction you've got?
I'm just going through this celebrity reaction now, because there's been a bit of a Twitter revolution as this. Jack Whitehall, the comedian, said, "I really hope reports that the BBC may kill BBC3 are just rumours. Their support of new comedy in particular is vital."
We'll hear for definite today.
That's right. I mean, we're expecting an announcement this morning at some point. Hopefully, within that, there'll be more details. I think the important thing to note is there seems to be a bit of a view that BBC3 is going to close entirely. That's not quite the case. The ambition is to move it online.
Now, how does that save money?
Well, it's not entirely clear, but there are a number of ways that this could save cash. So the BBC3 running costs, the transmission costs, and the back office costs are about £30 million. Now, in some way, they may that might not those costs might not be applicable anymore, and I think it's obvious that a move online will result in a reduction in the shows that BBC3 produces.
Yes. Now, there's all sorts of alternatives and theories, and some things people will question as to why did the BBC move out of London into Manchester? I mean, are they paying the price for this now? Why do people's licence fee, why is it used to broadcast programmes all around the world, the BBC World Service and whatever? What use is that to anybody that lives in the UK and pays their licence fee?
Well, I mean, that's a big question, Eamon. The BBC will say that we have to serve as many people as possible.
What, in Thailand?
Well, I mean, that's not quite the issue here, isn't it?
Well, no, but to me it is. If I was looking to save money, I'd be saying, well, why am I broadcasting, why am I paying so much money to be in Indonesia when people in Huddersfield can't see BBC3?
Yeah, but this one's about young audiences, isn't it? And
So World Service is a sacred cow that wouldn't be cut?
Well, I mean, the BBC has other strategic priorities. I think Tony Hall has made clear previously that he believes the BBC's global news output is a huge priority going forward, and I think it's difficult to see whether he'll look at that as one cost-saving initiative.